Okay, here's what we're looking at. Problem is, it's having a massive amount of water come off this alley and the roof, and all this roof here onto the concrete. It's flowing down this concrete walkway here like a river. Now, it's entering underneath right here. Underneath this slab, this entire area of this slab, there's almost nothing underneath. It's about a 1 foot gap that needs to be backfilled with something to prevent that from completely collapsing. You can see here, this barrier they put in, the water was pushing down into this corner here, going underneath this walkway and causing a massive river to flow out underneath. Now, over here, the same barrier, the water went along the side here, travels along here and along this walkway, and a lot of that water was traveling underneath here, and again, forming a river out to the bottom. You can kind of see the same thing right here. The water flowed out, came back in, where all this has been washing out, and again, out. Now when I look over here, this is an 18-inch drop, almost 2 feet all the way to the bottom. And again, over here, see here, how small it is. When we come in here, okay, you see where all that water is going now. You can see the 2x6 right here. Same 2x6. Then there's a 2x12 down here, and the water's just flushing out. Not as bad over here, and it gets worse when you get around this area right here. It starts flowing underneath. So that is to backfill all this, and I believe remove these 2 boards right here, because all they're doing is just slowing down the water, and it comes back. Plan here is to install a surface drain here, connected to another surface drain here via a 4-inch pipe underneath. Run that 4-inch pipe out to the alley, maybe a foot or 2 past the fence, connect to a surface drain, and then a 6-inch pipe down to the bulkhead. And instead of a surface pop-up drain, go over the bulkhead with some sort of rubber, flat rubber pipe, so the water doesn't collect behind the bulkhead and cause a long-term failure. Now when we get down here, the dirt is literally higher in here than it is the grass out here, because again, it's just caking in here, builds up, and down here it's almost solid. And that's why this right here is so built up with sand. The water would flow down, start to flow out of the stairway, cake up in sand right here, and flow out right here. And a lot of that sand would flow out from here too. It'd flow out from here, and cover these steps of sand. If you look at it from over here, you can see where it stops right about here. The caking starts to occur. It's built up here, way built up. It's actually covering this now, and would flow out over the bulkhead now. The client attempted to backfill some of this area, but we've got such massive washout here. Here's a little sprinkler head up here. It's got about 3 or 4 inches drop from where the soil used to be, because all this has been washed out over time. I believe when they installed this, that this right here, this 2x6, originally was almost to ground level. But just over time, it's just washed out. So now, long-term plans, I don't know if the client's going to do this because they're selling the house, but it's to install gutters on the back 3/4 of the house, or at least the back half. I'm not sure what he was doing. Come down from here into the flower bed under the sidewalk, and again, we could connect 6-inch piping again over here to the same drain. And he was thinking a French drain along this low part of the alley, which comes off of a huge cul-de-sac, and it has streets from both directions that all cakes up right here and sets into that cul-de-sac. And then flows right next to their yard.